Hey YouTube family. Today we're going to be planting some garlic in my planters. Excuse my children, they're playing in the background. So you might hear a little bit of laughter, but that's good. As you guys know, I had sweet potatoes growing in these pots last year. And we did get a yield. It was a small one, but it was still great. We grew some sweet potatoes. I think they probably would have got bigger, and I probably would have had more if they were in the ground and not in the pot, being restricted by the size of the pot. But that's fine with me. So my plan for next year is to put some more in here because I just liked how the vines looked sprawling over the front. And the flowers that I put in here with the sweet potatoes this year, they did fine. They just didn't get as big as they normally do. So I did some research to see what some good companion plants were for sweet potatoes. And apparently, garlic is a good one. So we're gonna put some garlic in these pots. So next year we'll have garlic growing in the back, which garlic gets kind of tall, so I think that'll be pretty. And then we'll have the sweet potato vines growing over the front. But in order to grow garlic next year, we gotta put it in the pot now. And that's because garlic has to have a certain amount of cold time in order to grow next year. So we're gonna plant them now for a summer harvest next year. This is just some grocery store garlic, and I hope that it grows. I read that sometimes the grocery store produce can be sprayed with a sprout inhibitor that'll make them not grow, but we're gonna try it. There really ain't nothing to lose here. I think it was hardneck garlic, and we're just gonna plant it in there with the flat side down, 20 side up. Apparently they're supposed to be about 4 inches into the dirt, but you can space them kind of close because their root systems aren't very extensive, which is what makes them a good companion for sweet potatoes, which do have an extensive root system, which is the sweet potato. What I think I'm gonna do is put garlic on the back half, and then I'm gonna put sweet potatoes in the front again next year. I think I'm gonna do 7, and then I'm gonna put the rest of these in my garden in the back. All right, let's get to planting. And this dirt is really loose. I just was digging all in it and emptied it out, and made sure I loosened it up really good, taking those sweet potatoes out. So, all right, we're gonna stick it in there with the flat end down. Just stuff it down in there. You can do that when you have loose soil. You should leave the protective skin on the garlic because it helps to protect the garlic from the cold and from rotting during the winter time. And I hope I can remember next year, put the sweet potatoes in the front. I hope I don't end up moving these in any kind of way, because I don't have to dig back in there to find out where they are. But anyway, I already did the other one, so now let's do this one. I do have some extra garlic. It was just too many for these pots, so I'm going to put that in my garden. All right, so I'm just going to take the garlic flat side down. I'm just going to stick it in the dirt about 3 or 4 inches. This dirt. Just going to cover it back up with this mulch, and I'm going to put a thicker layer of mulch on here. I got to get some from the store, but I'm going to put some more mulch on here. I'm going to leave the garlic in here so it can grow next spring. I am going to water it in as well, and then I'm not going to water this pot anymore until spring comes. So, pretty simple, right? Why don't you grow some garlic, whether it be from the grocery store or from the big box store? I did see some at the big box store in the bulbs section with the other bulbs. It's funny, I never noticed that before, but I guess I've never looked for it before. But it was like $4 for 3 of them or something like that. I'm just gonna try this way. We'll see how it goes. All right, I'll see you in the back, in the garden, to plant the rest of it. I got smart, y'all. I marked the back of the pot with the little plastic plant holder thing.
so I'll know where the garlic is. One more.